When I made my first dive in Alaska, I was like agape because it was like going into a foreign world. It wasn't of this earth because it didn't look anything like what we see on land.
So my mom asks me this question all the time. She's like, what's the best tree to plant? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you live in the middle of the desert in Texas and it's dry. You should plant native, but are you planting in palm trees? Are you planting in the middle of the scrubland? What do you want to plant?
But there were so many restrictions on girls, the way, what you should wear, how your hair should be. Don't be seen in certain situations. Don't go to bars, don't go, not that I was interested necessarily.
A part of me really thinks that Buddy could be involved.
I did see her talking to that other girl, so you didn't hear it from me, but you probably want to talk to her.
If you have this spheric form, that will be a sea urchin, yeah, with the spines. If you have a central body with 5 arms or more, that will be a brittle star. If you have the cylindrical body and is kind of fleshy, that's a sea cucumber.
First up is Old Reliable. You know it, you love it. You've been late to class because it was closed for a wedding. It's the UBC Rose Garden. Although the rose bushes themselves tend to get a little scraggly during the winter months, the surrounding pines and firs are evergreen, and the mountains across the Burrard Inlet and Howe Sound only get more beautiful when the peaks are covered in snow. There's even a guide to help you identify mountains and plan your future hikes, so you can really impress your families with your geographical knowledge when they come to visit. Just don't let them see the plaque.
To save ourselves about 2 inches of wood, we carefully measure out on each side of the log, and then depending on your left-handed or right-handed is going to determine where your split line is.
Because BC Hydro has been tagging every fish of this species encountered in the Peace River for the last few years and sending us a small fin clip, we have been building a large database that records a fish tag ID and whether they belong to a population that spawns above or below the dam.
So when we look out in the world, we see the amazing breadth of biodiversity. And one of the things that's most inspiring about it, right, is beautiful ornamentation, colors, extreme displays, and all that has to do with social and sexual behavior of animals, which means even though we're inspired by it and it's really interesting to us, it's not actually for us. But it's really interesting to understand how does it come to be, right? But to know what's that big blue feather for, or what's that spot pattern on a guppy for, we need to understand why those things are important to the individuals for whom it is being produced.